Hey everybody, it's Wednesday night and I'm finally getting around to doing a water change here on my T-bar tank. It's overdue. Probably should have done it a week or more ago. I've just been busy with the nice weather, trying to get caught up on work and spending time outside. And as a result, I've not been spending as much time doing tank maintenance as I should. So I did a nitrate test just out of curiosity, since it's been a while since I've done one, at least on this tank. And you can see, I know we're not getting real clear color because we don't have it by the card or anything, but you get the idea. That's red. You know, it's not that bright crimson or that really dark red, of the triple digits, but we are no longer able to pretend that that is still in the upper end of the orange. You know, that is definitely up into the red. So that's not that uncommon of occurrence for many of my tanks, and I never worry too much about it as long as I don't let the nitrates get ridiculously high. I've never noticed any kind of issue or problem with it. I have been thinking more about what I was discussing before about nitrate shock. I had some fish that I had transferred from one tank to another, and the tank I transferred them from had ridiculously high nitrates in it, but it also had ridiculously high total dissolved solids in general. It was a brackish tank. I put it into a very, very soft freshwater, so the nitrate shock, they went through a lot of shock. They went through a total dissolved solid shock all the way around. It wasn't just nitrates that got reduced rapidly, and I'm talking literally from 7,000 or 8,000 parts per million down to less than 100 parts per million, and the fish didn't survive. And so again, the concept of the idea of nitrate shock came up, and I've got my thoughts on nitrate shock. I wanted to just throw this video out there real quick. As I said, I don't have a whole lot of time tonight, but we are getting this water change done, and I wanted to show you some high but not ridiculous nitrates. So that's what one of my tanks looks like when it's, about on the upper end of when I do a water change. I seldom let them get any redder than that. Again, I try to keep the nitrates under maybe 80 parts per million is my upper limit. I really definitely don't want them to get up into triple digits, because then you can start running into more immediate health problems. As far as the long-term health issues over keeping fish in high levels of nitrates over the long term, again, I've never really noticed any huge difference, so not really going to worry too much about that. I don't really have time to talk too much about the whole nitrate shock thing tonight. I still do want to talk about that. I know it's going to be a controversial topic of discussion, and it's probably going to agitate a lot of people, but I personally don't even believe that nitrate shock is a real thing. I think nitrates are one of the boogeymen of the aquarium hobby. Way too many things get blamed on nitrates and high nitrate levels, and I just think it's kind of silly, all the stuff we pile on top of, how powerful nitrates are in their tank. And the nitrate shock thing kind of makes me scratch my head all the way around. So I do want to have a discussion about it, just not now. And not while we're sitting here looking at this tank. I also wanted to point out the way my spray bar is set up. I don't know if you've noticed that or paid any attention to it while the tank was filled up, but I have most of the bar spraying sort of up and forward, and now as the water level gets a little higher, you can kind of see the effect that gives me. It does give me a mild amount of surface agitation, but it also circulates the water by pushing it across the surface and forward and down that front glass, so it's carrying surface water down deeper into the tank. And we also have one section of the spray bar spraying down in the back to basically do the same thing, carry water down in the back. And then of course we've got this power head down there moving the water across the back so we don't get a huge accumulation of detritus and crud and everything. In fact, you can see back there the power head moves so much water that the substrate really isn't even on the bottom in the back, so that helps me keep the whole tank clean, not just the parts you can see, but it stays clean all the way through there. So I'm going to wrap that up and say thanks for watching. I got to go because the tank is almost full. Don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss anything I got coming up. Whenever I do get around to doing this video about the nitrates. One of the things that I keep putting it off is I feel like this is one of those videos where I should be sitting in a chair in front of the camera, and I only shoot videos like that once in a blue moon when I'm really in the mood to do that. So I don't know, your nitrate video, your nitrate shock video that I keep talking about might just be a video similar to this where I pick up the camera one day and just have a chat about it. But most of my videos are like that, so no big deal there. Anyway, as I said, make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss anything I got coming up. And once again, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Don't forget, this one here is my T-bar tank. I'll see you real soon in the next one.